Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video we are going to be going over how to shut down a lot of offenses in Madden 22 with ease. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and follow me on Twitch. That's where we stream Weekend League live. So let's get right into the video today. Defense. This is going to translate over to Madden 23. I am almost 100% sure about it. But match coverage, and yes, we're talking about it again because it is one of the best things in the game when it comes to defense. It's one of the most disruptive things in the game. One of the most frustrating things to play against in Madden is match coverage. Now I'm going to go over something that's going to help a lot of you guys out that are struggling, and that is simply when to pick what. Okay? We're going to go over two different matching coverages, and that is cover 6 and cover 9. And the one thing that, before I even get into it, if you guys want a quick summary of what this is going to be, is you are going to be calling one over the other depending on the alignment of the offensive plays. Now, before I do anything, what I want you guys to do is go find a defense that you are comfortable in. Right now, I'm in the nickel 2-4-5 because I know for a fact that it has both plays that I am looking for, and I ended up calling the wrong play. But what you guys are going to want to be looking for if you guys are calling this is a cover 6 and a cover 9 out of the same formation. So in this nickel 2-4-5, we're looking for cover 6 and cover 9. And right now we have palms there, which is one. We have cover 6 invert. I don't really want to use that one. You can, though, if you'd like to. But we're looking for cover 6 and cover 9. There's cover 9. And I'm going to use the trusty red arrow. Cover 9's right there. And then we're going to call cover 6 as well. Cover 6. And these are going to be the two main plays that you guys are going to want to rock. And then you want to change your audibles to have both of them in your audibles, depending on what you're calling coming out of the huddle. And that's going to be dependent on how the defense is aligned, on which hash mark you're pretty much on when it comes to, field positioning and stuff like that. And if you guys don't know what the hash marks are, they are the lines. They're the vertical lines that go up and down the field in the middle of the field, and the ball gets placed within those hash marks. Now, if you guys don't know how to tell which hash mark you're on without being on the actual field, you can look at the alignment of the cornerbacks here. The two cornerbacks pretty much indicate how close you are to which hash mark. So as you can see, the left side one is closer to the 40, which means that we're closer to the left side hash mark than we are to the right, which means, and I know this is a lot of talking, but this is going to help you guys out if you guys are struggling on defense. If you're closer to the left side hash mark, you are going to want to have the deep half, which is this defensive coverage right here. You want this deep half to shade towards that short side. Now, the reasoning for that is because you want that deep half to pretty much not have to guard so much field if someone is trying to hit you with a verticals route or something in that nature. Now, this is not going to work against spread formations or like tight offset formations or tight slots, whatever the case may be. You will have to run regular match coverage if you guys want to beat those formations easily. But this is going to work against bunch, trips tight end, bunch tight end. It doesn't matter the situation. So we are initially going to come out in this with having the opposite audible in our set audibles. You also do not want to have, let me go into our coaching adjustments, and you go into your coaching adjustments by clicking R3. If you guys want the trusty red arrow right there, it says R3 or right trigger or whatever it is for Xbox. I don't know if it's a different button, but we're going to click R3, and you're going to want to have your auto flip defensive play call off. And you're going to want auto alignment at base. And then you want 0 zone drops. I repeat, 0 zone drops for this. Okay? And I'm going to showcase two different things. I'm going to showcase the beater out of gun bunch. And then I'm going to showcase the flip that a lot of people like to do when they're coming out in the two meta formations, which is gun bunch and bunch tight end. So since we are on the short side hash mark, we're going to come out in cover 9. So boom. And then on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to come out in bunch tight end because that's something that a lot of people like to do. They either come out in gun bunch or they come out in gun bunch tight end. So we're going to come out in the coverage beater. And if you guys seen the the video that I posted on shutting down bunch tight end, it was match coverage. Now, the problem with cover 6 and cover 9 is this side does not match, okay? The soft squat matches, but the vert doesn't really match, and neither does this deep half. This deep half just doubles as extra coverage when you're on the field. Now, one of the things that has to do with this matching coverage and beating these meta formations is you want the trip side of these formations to have the quarters on it. The quarters are these deep zones, these skinny deep zones here, and this quarter flat. You want these matching coverages to surround the trip side, because they will follow those routes no matter where they go. And so if you're coming out in a cover 9 and the 3 receivers are on the left side, without doing too much, you're going to be able to sit there and flip to a cover 6 without your defense looking like it's changed. We are in a cover 6 without the defense looking like it's changed, and that's why we're putting those in the audibles. We're back in a cover 6, back to a cover 9, or a cover 6. I mean, now we're back in a cover 9. I don't know why Baker's manning up to that, but we want these 3 receivers to have these deep zones out there. And obviously, since he is in bunch tight end, we do not want to be base aligned, so we're just going to rebase align. And then after all that, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have a flat route, a flat pattern out on the side where these guys have, where these guys are matching up. And then you just take your user and pretty much do your thing. Now, when this happens and you're shading inside, your user is pretty much going to be able to guard any crosser that's on the field. That your user is going to be able to maneuver a lot. You might not even want to have to use this 3 rec. You might want to use this vert hook here, because it's going to help you guys out a lot. So again, this is the play. They call their verts, and you're going to be able to pretty much guard anything that's on the field. Everything is clamped, and by the time that they're able to make a play, the sack ends up getting there. And now I'm actually going to showcase that, because a lot of people like to run out of the pocket, and our user is going to be there to guard that. Now, the reason why we left these guys here is just in case they end up trying to throw like some kind of hitch or some kind of short pattern route, and we have the coverage for that. As you can see, we're absolutely clamped. Everything is clamped. Now, for those of you guys who might think, oh, but what about the coverage beater? The coverage beater is going to end up being open. Wrong. The coverage beater is going to end up being open if you stay in this coverage. You need these 2 zones here. That one, and then the other zone. You need those 2 zones to be on the side of the 3 wide receivers. So you want them on this side. And that is exactly why we have the other flip. If you don't have them on this side, this is going to be potentially what you have to deal with. So I'm going to go ahead and run the coverage beater. So this is what the coverage beater looks like for those of you guys who haven't seen it, don't know how. But nothing, like everything is pretty much going to be open. As you can see, look at square. Square is wide open. Buda Baker is not there to, he's not there to be, to make a play on that. Now, let's actually make the adjustments here, and we're going to flip it. So we're going to put cover 6 out there. Again, you don't need to be base aligned for this. And we're going to take our user, which is going to be Banjo. And yes, that is a strong safety there. And make sure that we have our flat out there. So after that happens, now let's rock the coverage beater once again. And let's see the difference. So I'm just going to put this guy and man him up on triangle, because for me, I'm going to sit there and assume that triangle is going to be on a crosser if they're coming out in bunch tight end. And then same exact thing. But guess what? Square is not open for that. Well, he just broke open, but it's going to be a much tighter throw than what just happened. Now I'm actually going to run that back because I did not shade inside. And I don't want you guys to think, oh man, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Yes, I do. Yes, I do know what I'm talking about. So we're going to flip. And we're going to shade inside. Okay, that's going to be the defensive adjustment. And we're going to go ahead and put these guys in contains, put that guy in a hard flat. And with this setup, he should not be able to get over the top on me. Look at Square. Square's absolutely clamped up, as you can see. And we're able to get a decent little return there. But again, this is something that a lot of people that, like, when they're running this coverage beater, a lot of people, now if it was me, I would have potentially tried to throw this. But a lot of people aren't seeing that because they're simply just eyeing for the coverage beater, which ends up getting absolutely clamped down once we end up, shifting our coverage the way that we wanted to. All I did was shade inside, not outside, shade inside. And this is what happens. My user would have been here to guard this little wheel route, and then nothing else underneath would have ended up open by the time that the quarterback ends up getting sacked. That's just the reality of it. And this is why you need to have that flip going through. Now, let's change it up a little bit. And we have our defense, and they come out in bunch tight end. So we automatically flip, put our defense there, and now our defense looks absolutely perfect, right? And then they go, all right, let's flip it. And this is why I'm saying that this is gonna help out a ton. These audibles is because we can go ahead and go, oh, he flipped it. Well, let's go right back to the cover 9. So now this guy's in a purple. Banjo's in a purple right now. And all you have to do is put this guy in a hard flat. To do that, you go on him, press X or A, and then take your left stick, move it to the left. And that's going to put him in a hard flat. Again, you can leave the 3 rack because he's going to end up matching up against on one of those guys that are, crossing in general. And then you could use the vert hook if you'd like, just in case they're in a regular bunch. But again, we're going to sit there and put these guys there, and we're going to be able to sit there and guard what we want. I'm not going to use or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and call hike because right now the computer's in verticals. And as you can see, the 3 rack actually played that for a little bit. We would be using R1 right now. Now, obviously, we didn't send anybody, so, Travis Kelce gets to catch the ball. Nice little juke move, and we're able to go. Now, I'm pretty much showcasing how to shut down two of the main plays in Madden 22 here. Now, the reasoning for that, and the reason why you want to make sure, especially if they're coming out in this gun bunch, is because of this verticals play. If you flip it as soon as you see that someone is coming out in that bunch tight end and you don't flip back. So we're going to go to cover 6 because, we had it flipped for bunch tight end. And if this is confusing anybody, please leave a comment down in the comment section so I could try to help y'all out, because this is going to be defense. It's going to help you guys out. But if you leave this as is, this is going to be the result. Somebody's going to run vertical wheels, and look at how wide open O gets. Tyreek Hill, touchdown. Budda Baker would have been there if we flipped the play. But unfortunately, we did not flip the play, and Budda Baker was able to sit there and go over the top because cover 2 gets destroyed on the outside, especially when you have one of these interior routes that keeps the deep half safety in his little deep half. It will keep that safety pretty much playing this entire area while leaving this outside area completely open. And no, it doesn't have to be Tyreek Hill here. This is just what happens. And if you guys are playing Madden Ultimate Team, this is going to be the result of somebody that has, a bunch of abilities, a throwing ability, because everyone uses a throwing ability, because if you're not using a throwing ability, you're just not trying to win in Madden. You're either using escape artist or gunslinger. If you're not using either or, you do not want to win in Madden. You want to complain about things being cheesy, and you're averaging 3 wins during weekend league and your head-to-head seasons. And I apologize for that. So if you guys want to get better, make sure you guys have escape artist or a throwing ability. But again, quick summary: 3 receivers on left side. You want the deep zones to be on that left side. So 3 receivers are on the left side. You want to flip your play. You want to call cover 6. 3 receivers on right side. You want to call cover 9. Okay. So if they went and flipped, you want to call that cover 9. Wherever the purple is. If you guys do not know where the purple is, wherever the purple is, I hope none of you guys are colorblind. So, but wherever the purple is, right here, you want to take another defender and put him in a hard flat. And then your job is to use a majority of the bottom of the field. That is your job. Okay? You can also have the option of taking the soft squat and putting them in either a hard flat or a cloud flat. You have those options, but this defense will get you wins if you're facing a tough passer. I promise you, I would not steer you guys wrong. I have no reason to do that. Look at how clamped up this man is. It just, there's nothing they can do when you're running this because everyone gets locked up. So yes, this is the easiest way to play defense on Madden. If you guys want me to make a separate video going over some abilities that I might use during this, let me know down in the comment section and I'll do that. If you guys want to check me running this specific thing during Weekend League, also leave it down in the comment section or actually follow me on Twitch. That is the video. This is the easiest way to play defense. I guarantee you will get more stops. It's not man coverage because there's some people that destroy man coverage. But yeah, you can also double, you can also squeeze in blitzes here and there, but this is gonna make do, and this is gonna work for you. I promise. If you guys are new and you're struggling on defense, try this out. This is 100%. Okay, let me just say this is 80% gonna work for you guys. My name is Pony Montana. Hopefully this video helps you guys out if you guys are struggling, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe if you guys are new, and as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.